Did you send me?
The topic. You live?
Yeah.
You did a share screen?
Yeah, you see it? Go live to see.
Huh?
Go live to see.
On the page?
Yeah. Just go check the page's post.
Oh shit! Wait.
What happened?
Oh yeah, see it.
Are you ready?
So it's like more big, right?
Yeah, you bigger now. Come on, start with the introductions.
Oh shit! That's different. Wait, are we still live?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Go to
Oh,
political
no,
thoughts with
yeah,
your.
forget it. All right, I'm just gonna. So, as we were talking about last week about Trump, but this week, but today we're gonna actually talk about Trump's impeachment and how also how it's on the third trial, the third and
No,
presidential impeachment trial.
ever in our history.
So, according to the New York Times, the Senate opened Trump's impeachment trial as new Ukrainian resolve emerges. The Chief Justice was sworn in as the presiding officer, and senators swore to do impartial justice as the Senate opened the third presidential impeachment trial in U.S. history. You know, the Senate formally opened the impeachment trial of President Trump on Thursday as senators accepted the promise to deliver impartial justice in installing Chief Justice John G. Roberts Jr. as the presiding officer. And you know what's crazy?
Well.
This Chief Justice, he took the oath, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took the oath. You know, it says according to the Constitution, the oath has been 222 years old. This oath. That's some crazy shit.
I mean, but America is kind of a new country, you know, and the whole scope of things. Like you gotta think about it. Most of the European countries is older than America. China is older than America. America is a baby.
True.
Compared to the rest of the world. But I guess for us being in America, it seems like it's a lot, you know. But when we really think about it, this is new. That's why I always say this too will fall, just like Rome did. But where you think is gonna go with this impeachment process though, with Trump?
Well, so far, I know new new um new information, new evidence has been found of Trump. So, new release of text mails, voicemails, messages, calendars, entire records from handed over by Leave Pernards, an associate of the president's personal lawyer from from Giuliani.
Is that the one from New York? That's his personal lawyer?
Uh-huh.
Go figure.
Offered reveal details about the scheme and the government accountability of an officer. So there was another officer that's non-personal. He was like a federal watchdog. He found out that Trump was holding $4 million in military aid
Or 400
from
million, right?
Ukraine. And this is illegal and it breached the laws that has limited the president's power.
Hold on, it's 400 million though, right?
Yes, 400 million.
We always trying to give some other country money though. Like,
Yeah,
I know.
blocking the spending of money at a question by the Congress. So how the this shit just get me mad. Like Trump's our president. He's doing like anything he wants to. He want to kill somebody. He already did it. He want to help somebody else other than Puerto Rico is okay.
You're like, how you giving 400? How you gonna? Us as a country, how are we worried about giving $400 million to another country that's on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean? We worry about giving money to them, hundreds of $1 million, but we got this, colony, what do we call it now? Commonwealth, that's what we call it? We have this Commonwealth of America, Puerto Rico, and they just had an earthquake. You have U.S. citizens that's sleeping on the floor. Second earthquake. You have U.S. citizens that's sleeping on the floor, and then everybody's worried about giving money to some country that's how many miles? Thousands of miles away. It don't make no sense, man.
A whole bunch of freaking homeless people that's living on my block and living under the tunnel in the train station, yo.
And we worried about another country.
And then they worried about the country. Worry about your own country having world hunger, having students hungry, freaking. Not even sometimes the pantries on campus could even help them.
And some campuses.
About your own place, take care of your home first. And then spread out. Don't be just, this country needs me, and this is gonna be a better ally. Care about your country first. That's why everybody sometimes hates America because America only thinks about like other people. They don't even think about their own self. Like we the only, like Bernie Sanders said, we're the only country that doesn't have free healthcare for everyone and education. Like most places have free education, and free healthcare, or a low cost for education.
We still got to pay for all of that, right? Those are basic human needs. That shouldn't even be something that be up to debate about what have to do with economics or money. It should be a system in place that provides all of that. Like we saying, how as a country we could think about sending hundreds of millions of dollars to a country that's not even a Commonwealth. Like they don't even have U.S. citizens there. But then here goes Puerto Rico, and some of the things that Trump has did. How much? I think they gave him like $2 to $8 million or something. Oh no, they.
You remember what does it go, like maybe 2 years ago or something, when Trump said Puerto Rico are his favorite Mexicans?
Yo, he is out of line.
They're your supposedly favorite Mexicans or favorite people. Why the fuck you not helping them for? Like, like if I was president, I would be help. That would have been the first place. Like you gotta care about who's inside America first, who's going to natural disasters and everything, instead of helping out, freaking aiding other countries and everything. That's why people always hating us, because we always want to go to everybody else's aid to a different country, help them take over their government and some shit. And when it's really not, I'm helping your government. I'm really actually stealing your money. And
I'm buying your government. That's what I'm doing. I'm buying it.
I'm buying everything underneath you. I'm helping you. Yeah, I'm helping you with your government. But then I'm gonna destroy your government and just leave it like that, so the people can come attack us and then not put the government back together again.
That's why they're not really worried about Puerto Rico as much as they should, because they already have Puerto Rico in their pocket. So now they want to keep paying off other countries around the world, but we're paying off other governments around the world so that they can reap the benefits of those countries, those natural resources where they are geographically. And it's the same thing with the blacks in America too. What they're doing, what America is doing with these other countries, what China is doing in Africa, is basically convict leasing. The same thing that they do with the blacks in America. They built these prisons because black people is a nation within a nation, even though it's not set up like that. But it's a nation within a nation. So they built these prisons so they could funnel all the people of this nation that don't know they have a nation into the prison system and keep banking off of them. So America is buying off these governments around the world, abusing their natural resources, abusing the labor force of the people. And it's just going to keep happening. So people are worried about, they bringing this up into Trump's impeachment. Trump is not going to get impeached for that. But why is that even important though? Why is it even important that because he didn't give this country aid, that's important? Because it goes against what? Congress laws? It goes against Congress rules?
And you know what's also funny? The other fire that's happening in what rainforest? I think it's Argentina, something like that.
No, Australia. Talking about the fires.
Yeah, Australia. That's burned. The rainforest in Australia is burning down.
And in the Amazon.
Yeah, so like the Amazon was happening during the semester, and then I seen like records showed that the fire in Australia is like the biggest one of the biggest fires out of all the fires that happened the past year that just happened in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Australia was like the most craziest. California is always burning. Their forest is always burning. Their trees is always burning, but like they never get help. Like you always hear about these movie stars or the whole like that whole shit be on fire. All their houses, or the whole forest be up in flames, and like where's the help for them? Where's the help? But they wanna give $400 million to Ukraine.
And then they want to bring it up into Trump's impeachment. Like they mad at Trump because he didn't give them the money. Homie, I'm mad at you because you giving them the money. The hell, we need that money.
Give that money to fucking CUNY. Give that money to people to help them find jobs. Give that money to build better infrastructure. Like, you know how many schools, how many buildings out in New York doing poorly? And this is Trump's place. This is where Trump started, New York. He got like, how many buildings he got? Trump,
Yeah.
How many buildings he got?
But not in the slums of the Bronx, though.
Plazas, all those Trump Plaza shits. And he got out here, and when he got elected president, people used to go to Trump Plaza saying, "Oh, not my president. My building is freaking almost fucked up and shit." Like, give some of that building to freaking housing. Give some of that building to help NYCHA and all them project buildings, because them shits is looking disgusting. And like, where's the money for that?
Maybe that's why he didn't give them no money, because they didn't want to let him build the Trump Tower there.
Probably. You know, Trump is a man that only thinks for himself. I think he's just like, what Trump is doing is like, oh, after I'm not president anymore, I'm gonna situate myself, get all the goods ready. So when I'm not Trump, I'm gonna be still a boss.
Yeah.
Still having he's trying to probably do some behind the scenes
mafioso
overseas, but like trying to get some business overseas after he's president or some shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, man.
Maybe he's trying to build some Trump plazas in Mexico.
I wouldn't put it past him. We'll call it something else.
That's hilarious.
We'll call it something else, like El Jefe.
Yeah, he used to want to build a wall. That wall he talked about, and then he's like, "Oh, it's not my fault that they broke the wall. The wall was supposed to be strong.
The wall's supposed to be strong." Even though we could get on a boat and then just come right over here. We could use a plane, fly right over there. It don't make no sense. It's not even our, bro. This is God's land, bro. It's God's planet. Who you to try to listen? Let's get back to this Puerto Rico stuff. Look, the Trump administration imposed several restrictions on Wednesday on billions of dollars in emergency relief to Puerto Rico, including blocking spending on the island's electrical grid and suspending its $15 an hour minimum wage for federally funded relief work. Again, these are U.S. citizens, and you saying that they can't spend this money on their electrical grid? So they're supposed to live like a third world country, even though they're part of the United States of America, right? And it's the same thing in the mainland. In poor communities and in the inner city, you have neighborhoods that look like it's a third world country. You have neighborhoods that look like it's been hit by freaking bombs. And how is it possible that we're still sending aid to other countries around the world when we have problems at home? That's whether it's Ukraine, Israel, whatever, it don't matter. How is it possible that we still want to go to war with places like Iran when we can use natural resources? We can use the sun, right? We can use the wind, we can use the water, but we still want to worry about other countries. So for me, it's not just about Trump. It's about everybody in government. Even when I was on community board, I tried to implement that. Like anybody that wants to build something in our community, started from this day, like it has to be by sustainable energy, right? The old people in the community board didn't have a clue what I was talking about, man. They just thought I was crazy. They, like you said, they was trying to set themselves up and use their position on the community board to build leverage for their own individual self. So they didn't really care about all of that. But we supposed to be the leading force on the entire planet, right? So why are we not investing in renewable energy? We're going to other countries, we're fracking up their ground, messing up their water supply, and we have everything we need to live a sustainable life. Now, we allow Puerto Rico to get the money, right? Because they are a U.S. colony, right? Or Commonwealth, whatever you want to call it. But we put restrictions on them. They cannot use this money for the electrical grid. The electrical grid went down during the earthquake. Why they can't use the money for this? And then they go stop the $15 an hour minimum wage. The reason Trump said he did that is because he thinks Puerto Rico is stealing. I think you stealing. I think everybody in government is stealing. How y'all making 200,000 a year? And
you know what's crazy? Years ago, there was some information popped up about like how Trump actually got his fame and stuff like that from his father.
Mm-hmm. His money, yeah, $1 million loan, right?
Yeah, like the $1 million loan. But his father been teaching him stuff since he was young.
Yeah.
He was a millionaire
already.
He was
like,
yeah. But he couldn't even do nothing with it because he was like 12. But his father's doing some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
Huh?
Like what? What he did?
Then I forgot the article that I read it from.
It's legal though.
Yeah, it's legal. It was legal. It was an article that came out a couple years ago. It was when Trump first got president. It was when Trump first got president. He didn't want to release his tax forms. Remember?
Okay.
He didn't want to release his taxes.
Yeah.
It was from there when he didn't want to release his taxes. But like as I see in this article, it says like why Puerto Rico always subjected to different standards when it comes to this administration.
So it said
why Puerto Rico always got to suffer for other things like.
Well, it said nearly $16 billion in funding was released to Puerto Rico, but Puerto Ricans still sleep on the streets because of fear of the aftershock to the earthquake. Now, out of that money, I think they only used about $5 million already, right? They say it's a great win for the Puerto Ricans, but like I said before, in the article it says that they cannot use it on the electrical grid. In 2018, Trump even suggested that the death toll from the hurricanes Irma and Maria, that they had inflated the amount because they wanted to make him look bad as possible. And then he denounced the mayor of San Juan, saying that he was crazy and incompetent, right? And the reason that they're blocking the funding for Puerto Rico is because they think that they're stealing money.
Yep. Even as pressured, he mounted for him to release emergency assistance. The president has maintained his asserted that the money will not be spent well. What kind of crap is that? The money's not going to be spent well.
But they got
the White House. Then the White House had like a budget. We was talking about the budget on Wednesday. They was talking about the White House was talking about budget. Office made clear how those assertions had shaped the relief. This is crazy.
So I want to know like what's going on in my neighborhood though. You know, like what's going on at home with U.S. citizens, because our government, not just Trump, like this, for them to even bring up the fact that he stopped the funding for Ukraine and that's cause for his impeachment. And I'm not saying that I'm not interested in him being impeached. I'm just saying like, homie, what about what he has done to us? Why are you worried about? Nah, man. So do you think he's gonna be impeached though, George?
It's 2020, so anything can happen. Yo, there hasn't been an official impeachment in years. Like no president has really got impeached.
Oh yeah, because Clinton stepped down, right?
Nah, Clinton didn't step
Oh,
down.
he finished his term.
He finished his term. He didn't get impeached.
What about Nixon?
He got impeached. He got impeached
from one part of the government. Yeah.
So, Ronald Reagan also got impeached, but he resigned.
No, Nixon.
Nixon. Oh, Nixon?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but I know like every president that was going to impeachment have never went fully through it. They probably went like to the beginning, to the middle, and after they went to the middle, just closed case. And you know about double jeopardy, you can't reopen the case once it's closed.
That goes for impeachment as well?
I guess so.
That'd be something I would do.
But I bet you if they would talking about somebody else in office getting out of office, they that ass open that shit like 500 like
Who, Obama?
No, like how they doing with all these other cases, like the guy gets out of jail and they be like, oh, we just found something else about this guy. Oh, blah 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 blah. I'm fed up with this freaking world, yo. I'm about to move out of the United States and go to a different country.
Nah, bro, we can't give up this fight. We can't give up this fight.
I know, right? We can't get up. So that's what they want us to do. They want us to give up and move so they could make the world even crazier.
Yeah, keep being their slaves. Nah. We can't give up this fight. But like, say, for instance, he gets impeached. He has one more year left, right?
Isn't this his 4th year?
No, because didn't he get voted in 2017? Well, he got voted in 2017, but he started to serve in 2018, right? Yeah, so so I guess he has one more year to mess up the world, so.
Nah, I don't think. Hello, presidential election is like this year.
Yeah, this year.
So it's like. I wouldn't want Trump for another year or two.
Yeah, he might win again.
Like, he hasn't affected my life, supposedly he hasn't affected, like, my life, truly, but he has affected many other people's lives that I know, like, like 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 that travel ban that he put on most people. Like
You talking about the
people,
Muslims?
yeah, like the people, the Muslims from school, well, they even couldn't even take the
Oh,
class.
you breaking up. You breaking up. You breaking up. Yo, you breaking up, bro.
Now,
Yeah.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying, the Muslims that go to CCNY, they couldn't even go to school. They couldn't even come back to school because they were stuck in their country when they was visiting their families during the vacation, and they were trying to come back. They couldn't come back because terrorists. That's some bullshit. But we live in a world that now everything's different, and they don't care what you say.
Yeah, you
One way. Like Bernie
you still
said.
breaking up, bro. It's real staticky. Are you moving?
Now,
I hear you, but it's real staticky. Are you moving a lot?
kind of. I'm just trying to say. So, like Bernie said, the 1% is in control, and we need to get rid of the 1%. Make them niggas stop paying more taxes.
No, kick them out. Let them have their own country, yo.
We need to have our own country.
What are we waiting for? You gotta get this money by some land, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, nation within a nation, just like the natives.
That's another thing.
Well,
That's another thing. The natives, they kill most of our peoples.
that's a
The
lie.
they killed most of the native people to this land.
They reclassified us, man.
The Native Americans to this land.
They reclassified us. They brainwashed us to think that we wasn't natives. It's all right though.
They brainwashed us. They replaced us
Hmm. Took us from North America to South America to Africa to Europe, back to North America.
to like, and if they would have found like gold or some type of good resource, I'm sorry, but you can't live here anymore because
Facts.
there's something that might harm you or something. I think we had to quarantine this area right here, like from this state to this state is quarantined because there's a gas pipe leak in two states, and you can't be in these two states because it's quarantine. There's a little virus, and we don't want nobody to get infected. So we gotta relocate you somewhere else. But we're gonna give you blankets that has smallpox inside.
Bio warfare.
That's what Jackson did. Andrew Jackson did to the Native Americans. Trail of Tears. He he moved them. He relocated them to steal the money, the gold that was on their land. Like the Native Americans didn't even care about the gold. Like they could have been like, "Can we mine here?" They couldn't even be like still alive and be like, "Oh, can we mine here and take whatever's in this mine?" And like, like we give you some money, like we give you some. They could have did like a trade also. They could have traded for like, oh, we're gonna give you this goods, these resources for us mining in this cave over here. Everything would have probably happened different.
Nah, bro. They've been at war with the melanated people of this planet since they came out of the caves. And it's because of lack of resources. Because you gotta understand, when they was trapped in the mountains, they didn't really have no resources, man. The rest of the world was flourishing with resources. The Americans wasn't starving for resources. In Africa, they wasn't starving for resources. China, they wasn't starving for resources. They was all trading. They was all trading. The Europeans wasn't the first ones to sell the high seas. Americans was going back and forth. The Asians and the Africans was going back and forth, man. A long time ago. So you think Manhattan is the way it is right now? Because that was one of the biggest trading ports. before the Europeans came. That's why the Dutch set up shop over there because it was already a big trading post.
Yeah, I remember. You remember when they said when Christopher Columbus first came over here, they thought the world was flat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no. Next week, yo, we should talk about the flat Earth. Maybe we get a flat Earth on here.
Maybe the word, maybe the word just fly. Like you go, as soon as you get off the Atlantic Ocean, you're gonna fall to one of those Pirate of the Caribbean stories. David Jones Locker and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could find the lost world of Atlantis.
It's man. So our illiteracy rate is, they said it's about 14%. So approximately 32 million adults in America are considered to be illiterate. About 14% of the entire adult population cannot read. But yet, everybody's worried about sending money to other countries. Not that I'm saying it's bad to help other human beings, but come on, man. And then you send aid to countries across the sea. Why not send aid to freaking Mexico? We're on the same continent as them. And America doesn't produce anything anymore. We used to have a huge steel industry. We used to have an oil industry. We don't produce that anymore. The only thing we produce is the military to go around and take stuff and then force people to use our American dollar. Our poverty rate, let me see what American poverty rate is. Who's that, Trishan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our poverty rate is 12%.
Hold on. You hear me now?
Yeah.
You didn't hear me before?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, our poverty rate is 12%, right? 12.3%. And an estimated 39 million Americans live in poverty. But yet, we're sending aid to countries all the way across the ocean. It don't make no sense, man. Literally, like, what happened?
But this money could also go to people with mental illness.
You can go to a lot of stuff.
Because there were so many people that have mental illness, and people sometimes they don't know that they have mental illness. Like, remember all those shooting crises? Supposedly some of them are fake, but like all these shooting crises and everything, that they want people to have guns and everything. Like, I know people want to, protect your amendments and your rights and stuff like that. But like, before you sell a gun to somebody, make sure like they are like good in their head.
But who decides that though? You got to remember, at one point in time, it was a mental illness to be black. At one point in time, it was a mental illness to be LGBTQ. So who gonna decide to give us our guns and whatnot? Because I don't want the same systems that was put in place and said that we was less of a human being to decide if we should have weapons or not. Because they made laws that prohibited my ancestors from having guns, and then they enslaved them. So I'm not with none of that. I think everybody should have their own gun.
Yeah.
So if shit pop off, everybody gonna be strapped. Like that thing that happened in Texas, right, in a church. You know what I'm talking about? It was a Texas shooting a couple months ago, and The guy was in church. He had a shot.
The white guy came into a Baptist church.
Yeah, he was in. No, this is all white people though. But he was in church. He had a shotgun in his trench coat. So he got up. He shot 2 people. But the people in the church had guns too. So they got up and they started shooting him. A lot more people could have died. Yeah, everybody should have guns. But that's all I understand. I don't understand how that thing happened in Walmart in Texas, where somebody came into Walmart and started shooting people in Texas. He shot like 21 people, bro. How is that even possible? Everybody should be strapped, yo. Some fool start acting up, put that nigga down. I don't mean nigga like, I mean any person that's acting crazy, like, we be running up to people who start doing mass shootings. No, that's crazy. That's what I was saying before. I like how our university had it set up. Like they don't walk around with weapons, but we all know they have weapons. So if shit pop off, they actually come out of the woodworks. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, so like you don't have to have just everybody should have a weapon, bro. Everybody should be able to protect themselves and their families. Honestly, NYPD don't protect you. I done told you instances where I seen these kids getting jumped, and the NYPD came.
And you have beef with somebody, you just gonna be like, oh, I don't like him. Boom. He's gonna shoot you, and then oh, you shot my man's. Boom. You know, it will get crazy.
Nah, that's some hood shit. Nah, that's some. Well, we gotta overcome all that, bro. We gotta
teach our people too.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that I don't want the government to try to limit my rights on having weapons, man. Not again. Not again. I'm not trying to be a slave again. I mean, we slaves right now in the system, but I'm not trying to have physical shackles on my wrist, bro. I'm not trying to do that. I think it's even they want to do the assault rifle ban, right? So you ban assault rifles. What about the police? What about the military? And why the New York is a police state? You understand that? You understand if something happens there, like y'all all fucked, they gonna lock all the tunnels and y'all all gonna be stuck there. You know that, right? And the cops is gonna be the ones with most of the weapons. They got tanks, right? They got rocket launchers. They got helicopters. You understand that, right? They got fighter jets. You really understand that, right? It's a police state. So like you taking away people's weapons and whatnot, and then so the cops are still gonna have weapons. They still gonna have guns. They still gonna be strapped with their bulletproof vests. They gonna be trained with their canine dogs and everything. They gonna be shooting at you from the helicopter. Nah, man. Nah. And then the military is.
Florida, a PA, or Connecticut, where guns are legal.
All right, so then we're not just talking about. I thought you were talking about the whole country though. I'm talking about general. We start giving away. We start giving away our weapons, and we make this whole thing a police state, bro. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I respect our right to form militias and all that. But I don't know. I don't think Trump is gonna be impeached.
It's just a phase.
I think, man, we impeach Trump. We need to impeach all of them, yo. What did Bernie Sanders say? We need to get rid of the 1%, right? Get rid of all of them, bro. Like, well, let's see what other countries America gives aid to. They say because it's on a fault line, which is true, but I think it's the heart machine.
Yo, like America, like the government control like some type of
The weather machine.
Yeah, like they have like a machine that controls the weather or something, right?
Yeah. It's in Alaska. I'm gonna make a video about that.
You know, no lie. I feel like America be sending these hurricane, like they make up these hurricanes and send it to countries that they don't like. Cause like I feel like sometimes these natural disasters are not really natural disasters and they just man-made.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. Why do you think they did that to the hurricane in New Orleans? because they wanted to break the levees. They broke the levees because that area is heavily populated with Black Native Americans, right? And that more Black people was moving over there. And they wanted that area. You have access to the Mississippi River, and you have access to the ocean. So with Black people moving over there, you could form like another now River Valley civilization. You get what I'm saying? You have access to trade, you have access to commerce. You get it? You have resources there that you could start to use if you know how to implement them properly. But America can't have that. They can't have Black people rising up. So they had to make the levees break in New Orleans, man. Hurricane Katrina, bro, that was all planned. Same thing with Haiti, bro. Haiti destroyed. What happened when they destroyed Haiti with the earthquake in 2010? The freaking French fly over there, kidnap the president, and dump him over in one of the French occupied countries in Africa. I can't even find the link right now, bro. Yeah, bro. But I'm gonna make a video about the heart machine. But yeah, we impeach Trump. We need to impeach all of them, bro. I'm tired of all of them. Impeach Al Sharpton too. Get rid of him. I don't even know who made him the spokesperson. No, I don't even understand how some of these Black rights leaders that was around back when Malcolm and Warren was around, but bro, Black people still being raised in poverty though. Like,
they're getting brainwashed.
Yeah, really. Like we really fought an entire war with this country, and then Black people don't even know what's going on. Like we fought a real war. Like there was actually Black soldiers fighting the U.S. government. They was fighting the American government, bro, stealing planes and all that, like robbing banks, giving the money back to the people. Like, come on, bro.
Facts.
Nah, see, but you were saying take away our guns. I don't want nobody putting no restriction on our right to bear arms, bro.
You gotta see that new movie that just came out about Harriet Tubman. She is one survivor. Yo, she's a boss.
She a G, bro. She a G.
A boss. She's like a real G. Like I watched the movie and I was like, oh crap! Like she was a boss. Like she escaped by herself. Like she dead ass left her husband.
Yeah, cause he was still a slave, bro.
No, he was kind of free.
Bro, up here he was a slave, bro.
Oh yeah, up here he was a slave, but he was a free man, and then like in the movie, like he was waiting for her. She was like, he told her, like, yo, wait for me at the gate and everything, and then like he was waiting. They came by, asked him, yo, what's your wife and everything. And he didn't know where is she at. She that as like booked it, like she was, and you know what? It was crazy. God helped her too. She had God with her because like her journey was like super crazy. And then and she's more of a G for keep on going back. She went back to get her whole entire family. She went back to go her whole entire family, and then the people that helped her were so impressed that it was like, yo, we're gonna inaugurate you into the club that helps people, into the underground railroad circle people with the people.
Yeah, she was in the military and all that.
She started like, oh, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. Like she was a real boss. My peace to you, Harriet Tubman.
Ashe.
But as we getting to a close, see us next Thursday at 5.
Yo, is your host George Cooke, co-host QP the Preacher. We'll see y'all later. Peace.